I am delighted, excited, and it's kind of a boomerang for me as I start a new playlist, kind of a podcast, which I'm going to call Next Talks. Now, a few years back, I used to do this. I used to interact with my mentees and used to learn amazing things, aspects about the market and trading from them. 2025, fast forward to the month of August, I am restarting that endeavor. And my first guest, student, mentee, friend is Mr. Pradeep Panicker. He is based out of Sydney, Australia. He's been associated with me, I think, for a couple of years. And we'll be, interacting with him today. We'll ask him 9 questions. I've decided that Next Talks is going to be about 9 questions and not more than that. And we'll know about him, his trading journey, falls, rises, bounce backs, where is he placed right now, and what does he look forward to in the future. So, without wasting much time, Mr. Pradeep Panicker, good evening to you, and thank you for joining me. This is late, I think, Australia evening, or should I say night, right?
Yes.
Great.
Good evening to you as well, Abhijit.
Thank you for, restarting my series of interaction. So, quickly, for all my viewers, we would quickly want to know a little bit about your personal journey. How did you land up in the country of Australia? What are you doing? And from where did you start your trading journey?
Okay. So I work in IT. So, pretty much has been a migrating bird traveling across. And for last 10, 11 years, I'm here. So, which is going well. And it is like, from a trading perspective, if you ask me, I don't call myself as a trader, but I used to do investing through mutual fund, SIPs, and, since my, job started, a little bit I started to invest. Occasionally, without any understanding, goes and buys some stocks, leave it there. After a few years, you realize that, it doubled or tripled. Why it happened? Will it happen every time? Don't know. But, it's a buy and forget kind of thing. And then you exit when you need money. That is the kind of thing I was doing. And the mutual fund also, SIP, it was like continuously I was doing, so it was growing well. So, and I was not bothered about whether I make 5%, 10% or 25% or 35%. As long as it is in green, I was happy.
Right.
So even today, I'm not bothered about how much I make or, all those things. As long as if I can make it green, I'm happy. Because it's a learning phase. And then trading, I had seen people doing it and all those things, but never got the time and opportunity to, understand how it happens. Heard about fundamental analysis, technical analysis, a lot of things, but never spent quality time onto it. Now, in recent times, if you look at it in the last maybe 7, 8 years, because of the internet and YouTube and social media and all, there is a lot of information started coming out, which was only constrained to the books and the people who are ready to, sacrifice their money and time and, try it out and learn, like you. Then I said, okay, it is doable. There is technology behind it. Now it is easily doable, but how? I tried few things a little bit here and there, nothing worked out. Because there is no defined approach for it. You say, okay, when it crosses the moving average, you buy it. Okay, but when? How? Will it sustain or not? No idea.
Right.
When I was looking around, that's when I saw you through another platform. Even though I heard about swing trading and then you said that short-term momentum trading. I said, okay, it is interesting. Then I read about it and then you were talking about a very clear-cut exit and entry. And I want it to be very clearly defined rather than saying that, the dynamic entry points and all, it doesn't suit my nature. That's when I said, okay, let me try it with you. That's how I joined your course at that time. I think it's about 2 years back. I'm a person who likes absolute clarity on what I'm doing, right? This dynamic entry, dynamic exit, which I found it a little bit confusing, to be realistic. So in your case, what happened is that when I started with you, I came to know about you through another platform, and okay, when I read about that course details and all, somehow it struck me saying that, okay, this is like something interesting, rather than,
Right.
without any clear need of me. Has certain things which I noticed. When I started with you, I think first 2-3 weeks I did not trade anything, and then suddenly you started talking about futures and those things. Okay, I said, okay, take it back. I am a stock person and mutual fund person. The 2-3 weeks was like, getting to digest that, okay, how this works. And then you started explaining it, and your course content also was good. Explained it. Then you have provided that mathematical way of saying that this is the rupee paise at which you enter, this is the rupee paise at which you need to start monitoring your profit. That was interesting. That's how I started the journey. And then, I think after I joined 2 years back, I'm continuing the association with you. And the other thing is that, it is a community that has also helped me a lot.
Of course, of course. So if I've understood you correctly, you are an IT professional all throughout, and
Yeah.
that's one profession which is facing a lot of limelight, good or bad, because of the AI things going around. I don't know. It means it'll be really interesting to see what and how it unfolds, this entire industry over the next 5 years. But nevertheless, like any IT professional, you've been investing passively in mutual funds as well as stocks, and you were just doing it probably looking at some quality company names, fundamentally good large caps, wherein you have
Not
that.
necessary.
Not
Not
necessary.
necessary.
Okay.
It's like,
Okay.
friends group talk and all those things.
Oh,
And then
okay,
any
okay.
news
All
comes
right.
in.
Okay.
So,
So that's
those kind
how
of
you
things.
build up your portfolio,
Yeah. But it worked.
and it worked. Yes, if the market goes up, everything works. And then you have a mutual fund kind of an SIP kind of a thing going on. And I would say that you said 7 or 8 years back, which means around 2017 or 2018, you started getting a little curious about trading, and you joined one of my program.
Yeah. 2 years
The
back.
intention was cash trades then also, but because I personally I trade futures, I must have discussed futures in the class, and that is how you got intrigued about futures. Is that correct?
I know about it theoretically, but I never had the courage to take those trades because, the fluctuations are very high. But when you started explaining it and how to deal with it,
Got it.
that is when I said, okay, let me just give it a try.
So you've been trading futures for what, last couple of years?
Yeah.
And roughly or approximately, how much exposure do you give to the futures trades? Means like 20% of your capital or even less than that? Because your hardcore
Very,
portfolio is cash market, correct?
very, very limited. I have a small capital which I kept in only for this.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Also,
I don't want to throw away all possible assets
Of
into
course.
this,
of course. Plus, you are a working professional, right? So
Yeah.
for you, it will be relatively difficult to track live positions. We'll come to this point, which brings me to my question number 2. And every trader has their own story. Everyone is unique, and I do repeat this in my classes also. And what was the defining moment or experience that made you decide to pursue trading seriously? Means you have already discussed, shared with us that you've been into stocks, mutual funds,
Yeah.
and you joined one of my classes. And is it that the defining moment that you decided, okay, let's give trading a chance, or was the seed earlier, some time before?
If you from a swing trading perspective, after interacting with you only, I started that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is when you decided that you can take it seriously.
I can take it seriously as a passive approach, not an
Understood.
active one. Passive, like how I was doing the investing. This also I'm running it as a passive approach.
And of course, so
Yeah.
if I tell you that whatever you learned during those classes with me, you must have implemented them on the cash market. They must have given you some conviction. Then only will you have get the confidence to go futures. Is my understanding correct?
I tried that on the fourth week of it.
Mhm.
Couple of attempt I did, and then it worked. Then onwards, second month onwards, I said, okay, let me jump onto future. Because
Perfect.
the reason was that the maximum loss is clearly defined.
True.
Unless there is a, black day. event
Unless,
kind of
yes,
thing.
there's a huge gap down or gap up or anything. Plus, you need to be disciplined. That's very important. Definition of a risk is there on the Excel sheet, and to be able to take it when it's there on the screen and it's red, that's where it. Great. So
I will explain you. I can explain you maybe as we progress. Explain
Sure.
you how I manage it.
Sure. So my second question's answer is essentially during my classes, after which you got that kind of conviction, you decided let's give futures a try. Right. Which brings me to my third question. And if I remember correctly, last year you kind of doubled your capital, the capital probably which you were trading the futures, right? What did you do differently from the previous years, or so that you could reach that kind of a performance? Because even if it's a small capital, even if it's a whatever 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 3 lakh, whatever, doubling it is not an easy thing to do. I know what is required, but I would like to hear from you, someone who had experienced and tasted it. What are the key things that you would like to share with us?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, Abhijitji. Okay, so maybe I would call it the fear factor in me to deal with futures made me double that capital. Let me explain you that a little bit.
Okay, interesting.
If you look at the setup that we had, we are following for the last 2+ years with you. It's a momentum trading.
Yes.
Momentum based one, right? The moment what you're doing is that you are catching a train once it starts from the platform.
Mm-hmm.
When the light is green, that is when you are jumping onto the train.
Yep.
You're not jumping into the train and sitting there forever. And what I did in the first year is that, okay, in between when I check, okay, this particular trade, I got 5,000 profit, exit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose that money.
True.
The capital got released for the next trade. And if you look at the last, so the first year of me, the market was pretty much moving in a, with a clear direction, not like
That
what
helped.
is happening in the last 7-8 months.
Yep, that helped.
That helped. So what happens is that we used to get, I used to see around 7-8 shortlists for a day. So it's like there are trades, I get an alert saying that, okay, it got entered. After 20 minutes when I checked, there are trades I exited then.
Mm-hmm.
Because your strategy is momentum based.
Right.
And I did not wait for like huge 1:2 or 1:3, 1:4 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Quick money, take it out and move on.
Okay. So one was your fear point, that whatever was your fear point, you got over with that by taking chances in the market.
The fear of losing the profit that is already on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
I used to book it out quickly and move on to the next one.
So you used fear.
Yeah.
You used fear. And of course, as you said, the market helped you. That was, of course, always,
that is also there. Yeah,
always a big thing. And you were already decided that you will book quick profits, maybe because it's of the fear also, because whenever you see profits.
That is the main reason.
Yeah. So the fear helped you.
Yeah. This year, if you look at it, I'm trying to book a bigger profit. Mm-hmm. And with the complex market condition, I'm just floating. Mm-hmm. Not like the first year, which is
understood.
okay.
Which is okay, understood. In fact, I was sharing the same thing in one of our classes recently, that once we get a little bit of a conviction in the setup that we are using trading. At the initial stage, this fear, which you have used brilliantly to book out and get some capital behind you. Once we have some capital behind us, it gives us the courage more to ride a winner a little bit more, maybe a 5K to 10K, a 10K to 15K, and a 20K. At the initial stage, it becomes, I think, emotionally, psychologically difficult because the anxiousness to book out will be way too high. The fear of losing the small profit will be way too high than the courage to ride the trend.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I'll tell you one thing. If I look back, except one trade in the entire first year, which just triggered and went against me, but all the other trades at least give an 8, 10, 10, 15K profit per lot.
Wonderful.
So if somebody is booking it out quickly, it's like, merrymaking.
Right. Great. Thank you. Which brings us to our fourth question, which is, can you share a trade that you feel especially proud of? What made it successful and what lessons did you take away from any? Because every one of us remembers one very, very nasty trade or a really, really rocket trade. You just take it and it's too good to be true. Any such trade in your
Recently
memory
I did
bank?
a trade. Maybe I can show you that. And it is a good and bad trade.
Okay.
You can identify why it was good and bad. Let me share my screen first. So this is one trade, and I will explain you some of the things which I did with the community also.
Sure.
You can see the script, right? Bosch features.
Yes.
Just take a look at this one. I ended. This was my trigger.
Oh,
on
beautiful.
2nd of July, and I ended on 3rd of July. And this was with our, I think, Thunder setup, which we follow, right?
Correct. I can see that. Yeah.
Now you can tell me why it is a good and bad trade. And if you look at this trade, it is a 11,000 rupees risk per lot.
Because the HAGB is way too small. It's a very tiny contracted Heiken candle.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
the good thing I think would be the fact that it fired immediately, and the bad thing maybe you booked out quick. Because when I look at a chart like this, it feels to ride,
look
to make the most out of it.
Yeah, it's not stopping.
It had a great run. Yes.
So the advantage is that the way you have structured the whole concept, it is easy to identify, especially with our screener and all, which is available in the community.
Right.
It's easy.
Right.
And
yes.
then
this is something true.
And when I looked at during the day in between on my mobile, I saw around 28,000 or something profit. I said, okay, for an 11,000 risk trade, I got 28,000. Thank you very much. Exit.
Thank you. I think this is important when you with that ease which you said thank you very much, and you pull the plug and take the profits off. This ease is important, because I know I have the experience myself, and we've been talking to so many people. The community also gives us a lot of such data, that when we see those profits on the screen, we surely, consciously, subconsciously, we want more.
Yes.
And when you say thank you so much, so I think I'll remember this. I'll try and use this in my classes also, that when you see a good profit, tell the charts thank you, and take it. That's good. That's good.
Exactly.
So
and if you look at it, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was coming to the next point, but you first finish with Bosch, and then I'll come to my next question.
It is still running, because look at the power of that setup. Of course, not every trade goes like this. This was one very good one. I was very happy that I identified it, ended it, and it doesn't bother me that, I exited very quickly. No, that was my decision taken. Move on to the next.
I'd like to add one thing over here, that when, let's say, I'll talk about myself. When I have traded based on a setup, I know this setup because this setup I've created. So a setup, and when that particular setup gives me a brilliant trade like this, And even after this, some average trades, which is okay. The thing what happens is I get conviction, confidence in the setup so much that I do not get bothered by everyday movement. I only wait patiently for the setup which gave me that move in my past. And so you'll be very, focused, and you don't want to chase each and every move in the market. And that's very important, I think, for everyone who's listening to us, and whatever setup and strategy that you trade, that particular strategy, setup, rule, whatever it is, you need to taste success. Few good trades, and I think that inclination to move out and try something different will go away. I think that's one good thing. You also said that you checked your phone and you saw some very good profits in that Bosch trade,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And at the beginning, you have shared with us that you are a working professional. You're an IT
Right.
working professional. So, which brings me to my next question. That this is my fifth question. That can you walk us through your typical trading day, because you're juggling between your work, your trading decisions, the choices of trades you made, the open positions that you have, and I think by the time the Indian markets open, you are in your office, right? You're, I think, 5 hours ahead of Indian Standard
Yeah.
Time, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
It's
So,
very
can you
simple.
just walk us through your typical trading day? What does your routine look like, and how do you stay organized and focused? Is there any particular protocol that you follow?
If you ask me how much time I spend in a day, around 30 to 45 minutes, in the evening, after work and everything, that is primarily to run our community scanner, identify the potential ones for tomorrow, review if any open trades. That's it. Then during the day, I don't spend more than maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
And that too, I don't check it regularly. Whenever I get a chance, I do it. I will tell you how I manage that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So when the market opens, you're already in your office and working, right?
Yeah. So what I do is that these days you get broker platforms who allow you to create draft orders and keep it ready.
I use draft orders myself.
Yeah. So when you do the scanning in the evening, you may get around 5 or 6 or 8 potential candidates for next day, if you are lucky.
Right.
So for example, Friday, I had only one. So the night before going to bed, just create the draft order for your entry, stop loss, keep it there.
Right. Helps.
Okay.
Right.
And I have a subscription of TradingView. At those 2 points, keep an alert also there. So you'll get a notification if anything happens. That means, okay, it is entered, or entered and taken your money and gone with stop loss. So you don't need to keep checking every now and then. If you can check it once in every 1 hour or 2 hours, whenever you can, that's enough. And when the market opens, maybe after 1 minute or 5 minutes, just go and press all the draft order execution.
Perfect.
Go.
That's yes.
You just need 30 seconds for it.
True.
You don't need huge time.
Right. Actually, the beauty of this is in the preparation, because the better we prepare the previous evening, the better all of those things are sorted. I still remember, when I was in my school days, I used to make sure my uniform, my shoes, my socks, my tie, everything is in a hanger and proper there, hanging for the next day morning, so that getting up in the morning, and my school was early morning. My first class was at 7:10 a.m. Thankfully, I used to live very close to my school. It was a 5 to 8 minute walk. But it goes back to the same thing. Even today, the better we are prepared, the luckier we are going to get.
Yeah.
Right. So your beauty is definitely in the degree of the preparation that you do every day evening, as you said, around 30 to 40 minutes.
I'll tell you
for the next day. And next day you just press.
One more interesting thing. Okay. I'll just share the screen again.
Okay.
And this is one of the beauty of the community also. I'll explain to you that. If you look at you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
This is a trigger candle we got. And on this candle, if you look at it, you can see that there is a indicator called KC data, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is not something, it is one of our community member created I just enhanced, he shared it in the community. I picked it up and then enhanced it for my need.
Perfect.
What I do is that if you look at it, the first one is the entry point. It tells you exactly at what is my entry point, 32,273.75. If I have to take a long position.
Right.
If I have to take a long position, what is my 1:1 risk reward is the second number. Third number is if I have to take a short position, what is the entry point? Fourth number is if I have to take a 1:1 risk, what is the point I need to exit? So the entry point on both sides act as the SL as per our approach, right?
Yep. Yes. Yes.
And then the next, that white one is the total number of the price, the movement that we needed to hit that. And for the SL. And then the last one is the risk per lot, the red one.
Got it.
And this is a table which one of our community members shared. So I just enhanced it with this.
Just a quick check. Are you using the updated version of Nexxt Pro Price, which I had updated last week?
Yes, I have. I'm using that, but still my entry and stop loss, I'm using the previous one.
Okay, so but if you keep your cursor right above the highs and the lows, the pop-up box will give you all the data, isn't it?
But on mobile, it is not available. The pop-up will not.
Oh, I got it. Now I get it.
Yeah.
So, yes, smart. This is improvisation.
Yeah. It is the benefit of community. Somebody give this idea, right?
This is the benefit of community.
Yeah. And now, to prepare for next day, if this is in my short list, I know what is the price I'm going to enter, what is the price I'm going to exit if it goes against me. It's to the second decimal point, it is clear. That's why, when you tell in the class that you are a price action trader, technical analyst, trader, I like to disagree with you because you are more of a mathematical trader in my view. Because all your strategies has a mathematical formula behind it. That is what I liked a lot.
Yes. Maths gives you numbers gives you clarity.
Exactly.
Right. So, understood. So, you like to take actions with clarity. That's the kind of person you are, irrespective of what the outcome is.
It doesn't matter because it's a momentum trading, as I said. If it goes up, it goes up some extent. It may go up 100 points, 500 points, 1,000 points. It doesn't. Same way downward also.
Just deviating a little bit, but keeping with the theme of the discussion we're doing right now. As a person, you were like this all throughout, or anything to do with your professional work that you have kind of gravitated towards taking action with distinct conviction, clarity, numbers helps you. Was it this way with you throughout your personality, or something that has grown maybe later?
Maybe a combination of both. Because when you study also, you wanted to get a clarity on understanding on the subject you are studying, whether it is maths or science or anything, you wanted that clarity. So similarly, when you're in the job also, you need that clarity on what you're doing, how you're going to do it, what are the impact of it, benefit of it, all those things you keep analyzing. So maybe that it's a combination of both. Gets me the comfort that, okay, I know this is where I'm going to enter. This is where it is going to go up. The only thing I don't limit is, okay, profit, where do I need to exit? But if I see a reasonable profit, I just exit and say thank you to. And then
Perfect. So clarity, preparation, discipline, and what we learned is telling the market, thank you. This is enough for me today.
If you look at from my day perspective, you will have hardly around 5 or 6 or 7 scripts shortlisted.
Yes.
When the market opens, see, take 30
place the
seconds
orders,
to look
and
at
that's
it.
it.
That's it, leave it.
Perfect.
And then check maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, whenever you get a chance, check it.
Or maybe at the midst of all this, if your alert gets triggered, you will get it on your phone that this has got.
If I can check it out, that's it.
Got it. Wonderful.
So it doesn't need more you need a maximum of 10 to 15 minutes during the day
Yep. I
to
think
watch the
you will
market.
also agree with me that one of the positive sides to this way of your way of trading is you're not looking at the market much. You're not getting worried or anxious because you're not even looking at it, right? If you had been looking at it, then probably your numbers would have not been that good because one small little fall for 30 minutes would have made you, anxious and you might have pulled the plug. So I think once you know what you're going to do, then not looking at it or looking at it from a certain distance, I think is actually a strong point. So not sitting in front of the screen all the time and checking each and every tick of the price is not a very good idea, which I completely agree it's not. Perfect. Coming to my sixth question for you, that is,
Now,
what type
before
of...
that, I just wanted to add one more point.
Sure.
One of the reason I decided to continue this approach is that as a working person, it gives me comfort that I can also do it.
Of course.
It takes hardly around 45 minutes to 60 minutes in a day
Mm-hmm.
to do this.
Right.
And that is easy to do.
As time progresses, your time taken for your preparation actually reduces. It's not going to come down to 5 minutes, but maybe when you start the process, it might be 60 minutes or 90 minutes. But after 3 months or 5 months, it will come down and it will more or less be an average of 30 minutes a day. That's it.
Yeah. And sometimes I spend more time on reading your community
Discussions, yes. The community definitely helps. And my endeavor of simplifying strategies and adding, especially the TradingView screener has helped a lot.
Yes.
Right. So yes, the use of technology is definitely helping us here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Before that, what I used to do is that I had a subscribed dummy broker and built my own AFL code to get a basic scanning done, which will give me around 30, 40 scripts
Names
to screen in the end of the day.
Then you do it subjectively one by one.
Yeah.
Now it is much more focused. Now you straight away go to those 5-6 names. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think my sixth question is more or less in this line, wherein what type of trading style do you follow? Means, are you more of a day trader, which I don't think so. If the market is giving you, you are a day trader. If the market is not giving you, fine. Swing trader or long-term investor, and what influenced your choice? Now, we already know that you are a long-term investor for many years. You have a portfolio. You're not a day trader unless the market gives you wonderful profit or your stop loss get hits. Then it's become an intraday trade. Or else I think you're more of a short-term swing trader.
Yeah, that's true.
And your average holding period would be what? 3-4 days? 1 to 2 days?
That much? No, 1 to 2 days.
Because you like to say thank you to the market. That's correct. All right. Perfect. And if I may ask you, staying within this particular question, in Nexxt, I do share contrarian trades, pullback trades, a bit of breakout also. But both of us know that our USP, our strength is the swing, is the, buy on a dip kind of a thing. So I can make an assumption here that you are trading those setups and those names. Which one is your favorite? Do you have any favorite setup? Because I name all the setups.
Yeah, I trade First Crush, Thunder, and Contra. But now I started looking at LFDF also.
Yep.
But LFDF I am not trading unless it is a Heiken with both the shadow.
It is Heiken with both the shadows. Understood. Understood.
I'm gonna other ones I'm watching, but not doing.
For those who are listening to us, they may not be probably aware of it. I personally name the strategies which I create. So there's First Crush, there's Thunder, and the one Mr. Pradeep just shared with us is called LFDF, which is called Le Fatafat De Fatafat. It's a strategy which we have created, and I have named it after our dear late Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. He used to call this a lot in all his interviews. Whenever someone used to ask him about trading, he used to go, trading kya hai? Le Fatapat De Fatapat. I used to love the way he used to say it. And so I thought that someday I'll create a strategy and name it. Le
Maybe
Patapat
I'm
Tape.
doing that also, Abhijit.
Yes. Yes. We all are doing LFDF, sir, in our own ways.
Yeah.
Great. Question number 7. What have been some of the biggest challenges you have faced in your trading journey, and how did you overcome them?
Now, it's not at a big journey. It's only just over 2 years with you. That's when I started it. And again, I think I covered it in multiple ways. One is the patience part. When the profit is on the screen, loss, I know that what can happen when I will exit. It's clear, so I'm not worried about it. I don't have the fear of that part. The fear is on the losing the profit.
Okay.
But now I started to hold a little bit. Even if it goes against me, I'm okay. Because some profit capital is with me, so I can take that approach.
Right.
Trying to improve on, holding a little bit, trying to look for a little bit more profit, but market condition is different.
Yep.
So that is why, it is not that working, but I'm sure it will change. Because in between 1 month, what I did is that I switched back to my old style, and that month was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Understood. So, of course, patience is important. And one good thing that you shared with us is your fear of losing open profits is more than the fear of booking out in a loss.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
booking
fear.
out a loss is very simple because you put the order already in place. Nothing more.
So
can
it's
happen.
already there in the system. You don't care about it.
Nothing more can happen.
It's the one that you are not ready with, which scares you, because you're not. If the profit is right in front of you, the profit is live, and it starts to slip. That fear is more because the level is not
Yes.
there in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
And because I'm working, I cannot do the trailing of profit and all those things that easily unless I derive some approach. So
Essentially, sir, what I would suggest you is you should the next step for maybe after a year or max another 2 years, once you have the entire blueprint on your back of your mind. I know that because I've been doing it for quite some time. But I think let's give it another year, 2025. And then what I would suggest, especially for you and anyone who's listening, who's a working professional, have been trading, and if you have the complete blueprint of your trade, step by step, okay, you should try and use any automated trading platform. Because right now what you're doing is you're creating draft orders, and the order just goes in. And the next step would be, I would say that, work on some platform wherein you press the order, the trade goes in, and it has all the other maths also taken care of, right?
Yes.
That if it moves 0.5%, then your stop loss should also move 0.5%. A rule like this. Or if I get 1:1 book out and cancel all the remaining orders. So it's not very difficult. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
I think something like this you can look to add, because that will give you much more peace of mind even while trading, and that will help you to scale up also.
Yes. Yeah.
That will help you to scale up, because now probably you're doing it with a couple of lots here and there, and you're enjoying it, you're getting a feel of it.
Only
and once
one,
you
one
have
lot.
yeah
One lot.
And I think after that, if you want to scale up, why not one lot, why not 2 lots, and 2 lots to 4 lots? I think tech is the answer. You have to go for that.
The way I look at it is this way, Abhijit ji. Yes, I can go 2 lot, 3 lot, or 4 lot, but I don't want to jump into that. I wanted to bring in the consistency and confidence, saying that yes,
right,
it works systematically.
Right.
Then profit will automatically follow you.
True. Of course. And that's why I said that give it another year, because you have a year and a half's data of trading, and that has been exceptionally good for you. Right. So that's why I said that let's give it 2025, because 2025 has been pretty tough so far, especially the last, I would say, 3 months.
I'm just floating flat,
particularly tough. So let's give it 2025 and then we can. Perfect. Question number 8. Now, risk management is crucial in trading. We understand that thing. And what steps or strategies do you use to manage risk and protect your capital? Now, you've already shared with us that you put your stop loss. You've shown us your chart, your entry point, stop loss based on the the indicators that we have we use in Nexxt Pro. But I would like to probably rephrase this question and ask you that risk per trade. Do you walk that route? If yes, do you use 1% or more than 1%? What's your stake there?
Okay. I don't put a percentage to risk and my profit.
Okay.
But what I do is that I use certain exclusion criteria. You might have seen in my screen, I still use that ADR indicator which we used
Earlier. Yep.
If there is a range expansion, I don't take it even if the setup is good. And if the risk per lot is like around about 20,000, I'm very conservative.
Okay. So you don't cross 20K per lot.
I mean, I take some time.
If it's convincing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So very conservative in that. Yeah, if it is below that, I'm happy.
Okay. So you like to keep your risk per one lot less than 20K.
20K, yeah.
And rarely, barely you go above 20K unless the setup is really, really good and you have that conviction. Ye nikalne wala.
If many people in the community talk about it, there are some trades I've taken like that. When I rejected it, then I saw in the community somebody was talking about it, and then I went and again looked at it. Okay, there is a certain things I missed out. But some community members put in the chat saying that, oh, this looks like this.
Right.
And they asked you questions through the community forum. But I picked up and analyzed it myself and then said, okay, it's worth taking. And I got money out of it.
Good. And you said that you use that ADR rule wherein you would like to enter on a candle where the ADR is, we know the rules. It's coming down essentially based on the count.
Yeah.
Crucial is this rule. Do you ever break this rule, or you always take when the ADR is below the 20 period average and falling and all those things?
Maybe hardly you can count in one hand how many times I broke that. Unless, in the community, as I said, if people discuss about it, you also says that, oh, okay, what your observation is right and things like that. Then I give it a thought, okay.
And
but very rarely I do.
Another question just branched out from this thing. We follow momentum with the use of RSI and EMAs of RSI. We use trend using EMAs, simple combination of EMAs that we've created, a state of flow. Recently, we added Heiken-Ashi, of course, is something that I found a lot of peace using it. You've been associated with me for a couple of years, and you've seen me also improvising our chart. The way it used to look 2 years back, then now it's different. And I think it's simpler and more to the point, straight to the point. Of all these aspects, strength of the trend, higher time frames, RSI and contraction, HAGB, which one you have felt, because you've experienced a certain number of trades, right? So which is that one aspect which you found is the edge in our approach?
One is that, we are identifying the ones which is ready to move or just about, it's like, as I said, the whole mechanism of your teachings and your setup is that you are telling me go to that platform where the train is having a green signal and about to start.
Right.
Very rarely that will go in the opposite direction. It happens after a movement is given. It moves a little bit, maybe, 1:0.5 or 1:1, it may move, then immediately it reverses. But you get a move up.
Right.
So that is what I noticed. That is what I said. In the entire 2 years, only one trade I had seen where it just hit our entry point and then reversed. Okay. Maybe around 1.5 years back when we traded Coal India.
Oh, okay. It's difficult to catch that guy by its tail.
Yeah.
Understood. So you would say that once the chart has the trend momentum behind it, it's got itself well developed that this is the way I'm moving, and that's when you would like to get on board.
Yeah. And the other thing is that, again, I'm reiterating the same thing. The clarity of how much money you are putting on the table as a bet.
True. Very true.
And you have a choice.
Right, of course.
Yeah, the risk is 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take it or not? That
Do you need
absolute clarity is there.
True.
It's not a dynamic level.
Right.
It's a fixed level.
Right. It's a fixed level, of course.
Yeah.
That's the clarity. That's the discipline.
Yeah.
That's very important. Perfect. Coming to our ninth final question. So looking ahead, what are your goals for your trading endeavor, career? Are there any new strategies or tools for that? I am the answer, or you're excited to explore or implement. What I'm trying to ask you over here is, you've been investing, you've tasted trading, you've tried out, and so far it's been very good for you. Anyone in his first year getting 100% would love it, and an exceptional. The exception that I have noticed in your approach is the fact that you like clarity. You put your stop losses in place. You don't mind putting that risk in place. You are limited that I'm not comfortable taking more than 20K risk per lot. You know the setup very well, and it has worked for you. And of all these, I think the most important thing is telling thank you to the market and taking the profits off the table. Because so many times have I seen that the profits are there, but because we didn't take it more or less at the right time, it's kind of gone, right? So your fear of giving back to the market is giving you the profits actually. So
Yes.
With this in mind, the ninth question is, what are your plans? I think in the middle of all this, you had once asked me that you would like to give it a shot of trading the Australian markets also. Tell us, how did that plan out, and what are your plans for the next year? How are you looking to scale up your trading?
I tried our course had both weekly stock and derivatives, but I tried the Australian market. The liquidity is a problem. Hardly you get any stocks to buy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just kind of parked it.
So you stopped it. You've tried it, the Australian markets.
Yeah, and I think too much of trying too many things also is not going to work. It's like rather than spreading you too thin, go inch wide, mile deep.
True.
That's
very
because
much.
Something is working for you. Continue with it.
Yes. So much true. I was sharing the same thing last week. One wants to trade the equity markets, the commodity markets, the currency, and everything. I said, it's okay. Take it one by one. As you said, if I'm good in one setup, in one asset class, in probably one time frame, why not? By the way, one time frame say I just struck me. I should ask you. You're trading only the daily charts, right? You're not going below the daily charts. Number one, and number two, are you a long only trader, or you do long short both?
Both.
Both. Any bias towards long trades or short trades? Do you like to go more on the long side? Anything like that has got developed within you?
No.
Nothing like that. That's beautiful.
As long as the numbers fit in my level,
you don't care.
Yeah.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So these were my 9.
There is one thing I'm trying now is that our LFDF setup. Last week onwards, I screened that on the weekly chart and keeping it in my watch list to see whether that gives a first crush or thunder on the daily, which how powerful it is going to be.
Yep. You're saying
it's just observation purpose.
Yes, you're saying that a setup of LFDF weekly long, you come down to the daily. The daily would have improved by then. If it's a weekly LFDF long, of course the daily will be in a state of flow, which will be on the upside.
If I find anything, I'll put it in the community.
Understood. Of course.
See, coming back to another point, Abhijitji, it's like you asked about, are you trying anything else and all those things.
Yes.
I would like to follow the Russian model than the American model.
Okay.
The space shuttle, the Soyuz capsule, which Russia uses. They have been using it since 1960s. They have not changed it. It works well, no accident, no incident, nothing. But look at American space program.
Got it. So
don't mess up with what is working well.
Exactly. Don't mess up with what is working well. Just hold on to that and improvise on that, where you don't have to just keep on experimenting with 9 different things.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, you
so
can
true.
experiment, but if it is for learning purpose, do it. But that's my view.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody has their own views.
Sure.
But am I going to trade 200 different things? No.
No. Of course not.
This is working well. Let it continue. That's it.
Good. And another, as we struggle with the tariff threats and Russia, US, and all those, another example, inclining towards the Russian model than the US one from you. But yeah, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense because trading is all about clarity, decision making. And when we take those decisions, unless we have the conviction, clarity, it becomes very opaque, very difficult to take the decision and stick to it. And later on, we always will find someone or something to, blame. But over here, you can only blame yourself. There's no one else that you can blame. Perfect. So those were my 9 questions. But with those 9 questions, I've thought of keeping one question, which I leave it to you. If you want, you can exercise that to ask me, or you can give me a suggestion because you've seen me for a few years and you can suggest me something. This is what you would like to see from me, how I can develop Nexxt Pro into an amazing trading community. It's already very good. I'm very proud of the community. If there's one thing that I'm very proud of is the community, not the app, not the website, not the content, but the people. But I leave it the last bit to you. If you want to ask me anything or tell me something, is yours.
I think one of the key thing is that, we have been chatting and everything, but I think we need to have some get together some point of time. It's a good community. It's a very close community. And many of the names I'm seeing for quite a long time now with you in this community. So it's interesting to do that because I think the improve, you are also not, you are also kind of following the Russian method, not the American method, like, bringing in momentum, there's that 200 things into it.
Right. Understood.
One approach, just continue to sharpen it as much as possible.
I completely take it. And physical meetings are definitely very, very important. We won't be able to come to Sydney to meet you, sir. All of us or few of us. But do definitely let me know. I can tell you this for sure, that soon I will be conducting a kind of a meet here in Calcutta with Prakash. Prakash is going to help that. But I would share this with you. Long back, 2017 to 2022 around, I used to do these physical meets once a quarter. Mumbai, I did Hyderabad, I did Delhi and all. So I will be restarting that with Nexxt Pro. So especially with you, because you're based out of Sydney, if you do come to India, I don't know what's the frequency and which part of the country you're from. Do let me know at least maybe a month or 2 months earlier, because you yourself will also plan a month or 2 months earlier, right? So what I can do is round about that time, I can fix something in your city or round about close to that city, any main city. I would definitely.
I'm sure there are many people from across the globe in the community, because from Europe and US also we have people.
Yes.
And I'm sure everybody wanted to meet each other because we have been chatting
100%.
Giving our views. Yeah.
मुझे बताइएगा. I'll definitely plan something when you're here in the country. And if everything goes well, we'll conduct one session there in Sydney. Why not?
Absolutely. Always welcome.
Great, sir. Thank you for your time. This was my first Nexxt Talks with you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I learned something. I learned one very important thing from you. Learn to say thank you to the market and take the profits off the table when it's good enough for you. Because good enough is stronger than greed. Right?
Yes.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And
thank you for helping me to take this journey. I'm still the starting, just moved from the starting block. It's a long journey, but I'm sure we will be together for a long time.
I'm sure we will. Thank you. Please take care of yourselves. Trade well, sir.